All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you're watching this from. Hello, everyone. And I just want to go ahead and welcome you guys again for another new episode of the Hustle Factory Podcast Show. Today, we got another new episode of the series that I've been starting a few months ago called My Motivational Rant Series. And I really believe that you guys gonna love this episode today because, it's probably one of those things that we can all relate to it. And I can definitely for sure that I can relate to this episode very well. I know some of my buddies out there, they can definitely relate to this. I really hope that they're watching this as soon as I finish recording this episode. But anyways, my name is just a quick introduction. My name is John Limdimas, and I'm the host of the Hustle Factory Podcast Show. I'm an aspiring entrepreneur. I'm a casual gamer. I love to game and so on. I'm into fitness, and there's so much more about me. And you guys can actually connect with me more on social media through Twitter and so on. And I'll go and drop that in the links below in the description, and or somewhere in the lower thirds there. I'll go and pop it in there. Don't worry. So today's episode, and as I mentioned a few seconds ago, and you guys gonna like it today. Today's episode, I want to go ahead and talk about one of the things that I've discussed on the previous episode that I dropped on YouTube a month ago about content creators, where they should go and stop doing these three things that kind of will mess up their success rate or the path of their own happiness and so on. And with that being said, I'm talking about, like, content creators gotta stop chasing money, or should I say, they gotta stop doing this for money. So that's actually gonna be the main goal, or should I say, the main gist of this episode. We're gonna be talking about why you shouldn't be chasing money on something that you want to do. And this episode is not meant to be like I'm baffling you guys or whatever. I'm just trying to kind of educate you guys just a little bit, or should I say, giving my honest thoughts about it on how you guys should pursue this much better on and so on. But before we go any further more, I just want to go ahead and give you guys a quick heads up, or should I say, I got some good news on this podcast. Really, if you like to listen on podcasts on different platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever, just to let you guys know that the Hustle Factory Podcast Show, we're actually live now on Amazon Music. So just go and look it up on Amazon Music. If you're the type of person who listens podcasts or music on Amazon Music, please look us up on Amazon Music. Just type in the Hustle Factory Podcast Show, and you'll see it there. As a matter of fact, we got what you call this? We were accepted by Amazon Music just few days ago, and I was surprised. They did it in less than, I believe, 24 hours. Like, God, that's pretty much the fastest rate I've ever seen before, aside from Apple Podcasts and others. It took it like a week or more than that per se. So, and then another thing before we get started, I want to go in and let you guys know, because on the previous episode I talked about three things why, or should I say, the three things that content creators should stop doing or start avoiding it more. I feel like I can start breaking down those three things a little bit more in detail in the future near episodes, where after I do this episode, maybe I should go and drop in another episode as regards to the next one, to the last two previous ones. So that way, repurposing that content, and there's more to it to talk about. And you know what? And before we get on to the nature of the rant, I just want to go and let you guys know that there's actually only 70.5% of you guys that are not subscribed to this channel. Not subscribed. Not subscribed. And the thing about that is there's only 29.9% of you guys that's actually subscribed to this channel. So please, I would really appreciate if you guys can go in and subscribe to this channel, and make sure you go ahead and hit this the notification bell icon on my YouTube channel, so that way you don't get to miss the new episodes that I drop monthly. And I mean, sometimes I try my best to drop more than one video a month, because it really all depends on what I got going on, and it also depends how busy I get on my other side hustles and so on. All right. So nature of the rant. What is, like I said before, we're talking about people who chase money for it, or should I say? But I would just say the main focus of this is pretty much for all the content creators out there. I mean, let me ask you guys a question. Can we all agree in one thing, that everyone wants to make some sort of a income on income or money? Some sort of like a passive income, right? Can we all agree on that one? If, and then can we also agree that everyone wants to start making money on something that they're very passionate about, right? Am I right or wrong? So if you guys agree with that, please go ahead and drop a comment below and tell me if you guys agree with that, because I don't think not a single person will disagree with me that obviously everybody wants to make money on something that they're passionate about. Whether you want to be a YouTuber and you want to do something about fitness, or you want to be a streamer and stream games that you love to do, like playing Call of Duty or whatever type of genre games you want, or you can be an independent artist dropping your tracks and so on. It's just a natural thing that we all chase it, but there are times where you don't want to do it too much. And you know what? I know what you guys are thinking right now, somewhere out there in the comments below, or maybe somewhere in my social media feeds, and you guys might be asking, "Well, aren't you an aspiring entrepreneur? How come you're not doing this for the money, or how come I'm not chasing this for the money?" Well, you know what? That is a very good question, guys. It really is. It really is a good question. But you know what? I want to tell you guys a quick brief story about it. Okay. I started getting into depth on entrepreneurship back in 2015, and that's still when I'm still at college at South Florida State College in Avon Park, Florida, 2015. And around that time, I was actually introduced into no, not like that. What I meant is like I got involved to a network marketing and so on, and I got involved to a company called Caribous International in 2015. I was introduced by a good mentor of mine named David Clark, and right now he's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's doing amazing things right now. And I really so just a quick shout out for my mentor out there, David Clark. So if you're watching this, please just comment down below and let me know what you think about this episode. Anyways, he introduced me to this company called Caribous International. Then and from then on, I got involved into that. And as soon as I got involved more on Caribous years ago, well, I got into more in depth on about entrepreneurship. I met different people out there. I met Andre. I met Brian Cromley, even his son Taylor Ritchie. So Taylor or Brian, if you guys are watching this, well, just a quick shout out again, and I'm very thankful that I met you guys. And along the line, for some reason, I got inactive again years ago, because I guess, and like I said, that's a different story for that. But like I said, I got my own reasons for that. I guess I must have lost some sort of a drive to keep going on network marketing. But hey, I'm still kind of keeping updates, and then I'm just checking out. And I know they got some great stuff going on and all that. And like I said, I'll be back as soon as I know I can get started, be active more on it. And why am I telling you guys this? Well, I'm telling you guys this because the way how I approached it first, when I first started on Caribous International, well, let's see. I got this mentality of that, hey, I wanna go and start learning more about Caribous International, because hey, I wanna start making money out of it per se, because I was incredibly broke as hell back then. Like, I was working two jobs and so on. And plus, I want to get involved more in entrepreneurship. And then now I'm starting to think about the money. And many people don't realize entrepreneurship is not just about making money. I've realized this years ago, where entrepreneurship is not just about money. It's about actually making impact on somebody else's life, or actually, you know, empowering or motivating people out there around the world who just needs a little bit of words and so on. And that's how I actually got started um, on the field of entrepreneurship per se. And like I said, I'm still growing and I'm still learning. There's still a lot of things for me to learn on. As a matter of fact, I'm learning some new things, like aside from cryptocurrency, I'm still learning about social media. I'm still learning how to get value from you guys and so on. So that's basically a quick, brief story about how I started becoming an entrepreneur and so on. So now, before we proceed furthermore, I want to go ahead and just go ahead and if you're seeing a huge value to this video so far, please click the thumbs up in this video and just subscribe as well if you're seeing a value in it, and I would really appreciate it. And also, you guys might be able to see the title of this video. Stop chasing money, stop chasing money, but instead do this. That title, it does suggest that, and I will go ahead and tell you guys that at the end of this video why I feel that way. It's not like I'm taking side or whatever. So now, let's get on to the part where I actually talk about, what actually triggers them or causes them to do such a thing. So, first thing first, I want to go and talk about what actually caused them to do so, and there are some several reasons why they do it. And I feel like one of the most obvious reasons why they do this is because, first of all, they 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 have this some sort of a mentality where I have to do this because blank 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 space space space. There's some sort of an excuse. I have to do this because they told me. I have to do this because that and that. It's an endless amount of excuses. That's why they're doing this. They think they have to, but they really don't have to. And another reason why I think people do this, or at least content creators, is because I feel like they're doing this for all the wrong reasons. I feel like they got the wrong idea about it. They think that if they just chase the money out of it, they think they'll make it, they'll get some views and so on. No, not really. Not really. What you gotta understand is, instead of chasing money, you should go ahead and start creating value to your audience, or should I say, start connecting and start telling them why in the hell should they go ahead and subscribe to your channel, watch your streams, listen to your music, or whatever content you're dropping. You should give them a reason why should they. And another thing that I found out is people are chasing money because I feel like they feel so insecure of what others tell them. So, people out there, they will tell you, oh, you should go ahead and do this because it's gonna make you more money. Oh, it's gonna do this because you might be able to find success on it. No, sir. Here's the thing. You don't ever want to do that because you don't ever want to listen to what they tell you. The bottom line is, you want to go ahead and do this because it's what you really want to do at the end of the day. And also, oh my God, I just realized something, guys. We're almost done with this episode. So I really do hope this is not going to be a very long episode to record today. I hope this is less than 20 minutes, because if it is, then wow, we are making a remarkable progress. Anyways, I also recorded this episode because, lately, for the past few weeks or months, I've been seeing such a huge trend on social media, or even in the city that I live in Avon Park, Florida. There's been kind of this kind of trend where people out there are content creators. They just won't stop chasing money because they think if they do this, they'll be a success on that. No, I'm seeing such a huge trend. I don't know why they do this. I don't understand. I'm still actually baffled about it. If you agree, if you're agreeing with the few things that I'm seeing, what I'm saying so far, please go ahead and comment down below and tell me your thoughts about it. Like, why are they chasing it? And if there are some other things that I haven't mentioned about why people chase money, please comment it down below and tell me more why they do this. Do they do this because of something else that I didn't mention? you know and I understand. I totally understand why they do this. Like I said, I was on the same boat few years ago, and I totally changed my perspective, per se. Oh, and before we get on to my final thoughts about it, let's see what else we got on my little script here. Let's see. I know. And like I said before, another thing that I learned as becoming an entrepreneur is that there's really nothing wrong with chasing money. There really isn't. It just isn't the quickest way to get it. And I'm actually quoting this from a video by Gary Vaynerchuk, and he wants. So I'm quoting it because what he's saying is it actually makes a whole lot of sense, and it's really amazing. So I want you to guys go and check out his video and video on the comments below or in the section below. Don't worry, I'll go and provide the links in there, and you guys can easily click it and watch this video. It's not really a long video. It's actually pretty short. It's not too long, not too short. It's pretty insightful as well. He explains why you should start chasing your own happiness instead of chasing money. And and he kind of explains it furthermore better than me. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of summarizing what he says on that video. But this is also my own content as well. I'm not just copy pasting his content and so on. Well, I think most of it kind of, but still, if Gary Vaynerchuk see this video by now, I really do hope that he doesn't get offended while I'm kind of using his content and all that. But I'm still crediting his content. Don't worry, guys. But if he does see it, I really do hope that he sees some value on it. I really do hope. All right. We're almost done with this episode, ladies and gentlemen, guys. So check this out. And what do I really think about this? Well, as an aspiring entrepreneur, here are some of the important final thoughts that I want to tell you guys about whether you should chase money or not. And don't worry. The last thing that I don't want to say is I don't want to tell you why you should. I don't want to tell you why you should go and start chasing money and per se. Oh, hold on. That's the opposite of what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. What I meant to say is that don't worry. I will go ahead and actually tell you briefly if you should go ahead and start chasing money instead of your own happiness and per se. So, as I mentioned earlier, Gary Vaynerchuk once said, "There's absolutely nothing wrong with chasing money. It isn't the quickest way to get it." So, what does he mean by that? It's simple. It's really simple, but per se, what he means by that is that if you're a content creator and you're chasing money, and that's the whole purpose of you becoming a content creator, well, you're not really gonna get that far because actually, and I've said this in the previous episode, why content creators should not chase money for that, because they're actually just setting themselves up for a huge loss or for a huge failure. Because the more you do this for the money, really, the more you're just forgetting why you started becoming a content creator in the first place. You're forgetting that you're doing this because you're actually incredibly passionate about what you do. You love it. You love it so much that your own happiness is actually the most important thing in the world. I get it. And and that's just me. And like I said before, I don't want you guys to think that I'm telling you how to live up your life. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just ranting on the stupidest thing. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is the truth, okay? There are people out there, they think they know what they're doing, and I think they're just incredibly misled about that per se. And it's okay. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you can actually still learn about it. You know, you can still learn about it. And per se. And check this out. And you really want to know what I thought about this, guys? I don't think chasing money isn't such a bad thing after all. It's more like, as I said before, people tend to get incredibly confused with something else that they believe it is. They just confuse it with something else, and they think it's the right thing to do. Not really. I mean, not really. And I mean, just know this. Just know this, guys. In the end, your own happiness is the most important thing in your life, other than making money. Because you know what? You can go ahead and make all the money in the world you want. You can be making a seven-figure income on becoming a content creator or whatever you're doing. You can have all the money in the world, yet you're not happy about it. Like there's some sort of like a missing hole in your own happiness. What's missing? And I'll tell you what's missing. What's missing is your own happiness. You're not doing what you want to do. I mean, think of this as like a 9 to 5 job, right? if you're working in a fast food and you're the manager there and you're making like a good amount of money every month or every week, and yeah, you're not happy about it. So what's the point? What's the point of waking up every morning about it? And that's what Gary Vaynerchuk means by that on his video. And again, his video is going to be in the description below. I highly recommend you guys check it out. So, what's my final verdict on this? To me, honestly, guys, instead of chasing money, please start chasing your own happiness, which actually it leads you finding your own passion. So if you're into streaming, or you want to start your own YouTube channel and talk about whatever you're passionate about, whether fitness, gaming, whatever, please go ahead and chase that. And one last thing, if you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, just stop chasing it for the money. Just do it. Just gradually focus on the content that you want to drop. So if you want to be a Twitch streamer, don't worry about sponsorship. Don't worry about how many people or how many subs you are getting on your streams or so on. Don't worry about how many people are dropping donations on your streams and so on. Just don't worry none of that, because at the end of the day, the money part or the monetization part will come in last. That's the last thing you should worry about as a content creator. So to me, honestly, just focus on what you're hustling, keep grinding, and other than that, guys, don't give up, and don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. Other than that, guys, this is the end of the episode, and I really appreciate you guys watching this episode. And make sure to go ahead and check us out on our other social media platforms. We're usually live on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, but I'm starting to get back on Instagram soon. But we're more live on Twitter at H Factory Podcast, and you can also follow my own Twitter account at Limdimas. All of my social media accounts is going to be on the description below. And don't also forget that we're also live. This podcast is also live on different platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, and not to mention Amazon Music as well. So they're going to be in the description below. Check them out. Go ahead and give us a review on iTunes. Don't forget. And I don't know, guys. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.